What it do, what it do, what it do, good people. Coming to y'all live from Taz TV. It's a little different right now, a little setup, a little different right now, but y'all see what we got underneath the mask. And I ain't even let y'all know the little secret I was gonna bring to the fold. It is football season, right? And we don't have a football season. But before I go into all that, King, speak your name.
J. Scott, man. Dunbar's finest, man.
already. Now Jay. Somebody don't know you now. Jay was my quarterback. You know what I'm saying? When I was leading up Dunbar, he was the quarterback.
For sure.
But we gonna get to that point, right?
Absolutely.
Let's back this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to back this thing up and where you from?
I'm from East Baltimore, born and raised, Green Mountain, Preston, man. That's where it all started at for me.
Okay.
Mary Street, 732, man.
That's what elementary school you went to?
I went to Johnson Square, 16, right around the corner. So I was always, elementary school, middle school, high school, we all kind of the same area for me.
Okay.
I walked to school till I was 11th grade, man. I walked to school till I was 11th grade, bro, because it was normal for me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, mom, do something, we ain't had no cars and all that.
I'm bopping.
Yeah, walking through the Troll Projects, you know what I'm saying? Get to middle school, high school. That's what it was.
Now, what sports did you play at that age?
Growing up, man, my first sport I was playing, man, besides like neighborhood sports and football and stuff like that, but I was in 4th grade playing baseball. Mm-hmm. Baseball, we had me on that team, bro. Me, Terrell Dansley, Steve Johnson with the TC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we had a good team, man, and then we played again. You know, man, those guys were because it was like it started in 4th grade, you know what I'm saying? So 4th grade, then you go 5th grade. Steve was 5th grade. And then when Steve and them left, we took over. I was 5th grade. We was played Madison, man. Played up in Madison. That's where the site was. So it was like every Saturday, that's where we were playing at. And you know, I played against some of the lights. That was when Keon Johnson.
Put your microphone up.
Keon Johnson played at Madison, so you know Keon from Southern, man.
Shout out to Keon,
yeah. For sure, man. Good dude, man. So yeah, we all played there. And then, you know,
Keon played baseball too?
Keon played baseball too. Keon played baseball, and then when, you know, we go to middle school, man, that's when I started playing in Northwood. You know,
What middle school you go to?
Dunbar Middle. I was playing.
Now you go to Dunbar Middle now. Mm-hmm. However, if y'all don't know about Northwood, right? Northwood was like the biggest thing in Maryland. When I mean, as far as Pop Warner football, they winning, they going out of town, they winning. So it's anybody not playing for Northwood, they put me on a wait list. I know. They put me on a wait list for like 2 or 3 years. I know. But that's neither here nor there. However, they was that good that they could do that. You know what I'm saying? They could do that. Now you up Northwood. What positions did you play up Northwood?
Started out 8. What's that? I played 8-10 my first year, bro. I lied to you. I was an offensive lineman. Mm-hmm. Ward number 75. You know, around the neighborhood back then, you thinking you all this, you that, you know, you good or whatever. So you go play Pop Warner football. That was my first time playing like organized football with helmets and shoulder pads and stuff. And so I got number 75. Coach Ben DeBose, bro. Ben DeBose, man. So I got number 75. I go around the neighborhood. I'm all pumped up. You know, I got number 75. I got all my guys laughing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the guys laughing at number 75. I played sparingly that first year playing, man. I played.
Who was on your team?
What's that? Vinny Fuller. Shout out to Vinny, man. Joe Laws. Mm-hmm. Who else was on that team, man? Man, it Deion Cook, rest in peace, Cook, man. It was a lot. Dale Bird, you know Dale Bird,
yeah.
Basketball. Dale Bird was on that team. Like I said, Joe Laws. It was a lot of us, bro. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys that wound up having success, like moving forward,
right,
and doing other things, man. But it was a lot of us, and I played offensive line and D-tackle my second year. So I played 8-10 2 years. Mm-hmm. So then I went up from there. I had Donnell Bell on my team then. Me, Donnell Bell, Derek Cole, Frank O'Silva, all those guys or whatever, man. And
then that was a squad in itself. Tell the people what y'all won.
Man, we went like, bro, we was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Went to We won a championship. However, we didn't make it to like we didn't make it to Florida. I think that year we lost in the 18 year we lost in North Carolina. Like on some I don't even know some reasons, but it was like some nationwide playoffs or whatever. Man. I remember that team. It's like a North Carolina team, man. They was red and blue, bro.
They was good?
Yeah, they were real good. They got us out of there. Was
Herb your coach?
No, Herb wasn't my coach. Because Herb had the older guys.
Okay.
So Herb was 11, 13 at that time.
Okay.
Devin Murphy, all those guys, man. Denell Hale, Donnell Saintfield. There was a lot of them.
That was an all-star team.
Yeah, bro.
That was an all-star team.
It was just like, it was so much talent that came through Northwood, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you really had to be like, you had to bide your time. Like, you know how they say, when you're in college, man, what is it, Alabama now, right? You get 5-star, go to Alabama. You don't play till your junior year.
Yeah.
That's how it was at Northwood, bro. It was, you had to bring your lunch pail every day, bro. Like every single day, man. Just to even get out there and play. That's how tough it was.
Now, all right. You did your 2 years. Because I'm trying, you see I'm getting up to your 8th grade year in middle school.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a switch? So how did you get to play quarterback? You go from lineman to quarterback. I'm still trying to get it.
Yeah, in between that, so we had 9-11 and 10-12. I was playing running back, fullback. I was locked for Donnell Bailey in 9-11. Then we go 10-12 year. It was I was playing tight end and fullback, ran ball a little bit. Mm-hmm. And so after that, man, I think in the summer, going into my at the 8th grade year, going into my freshman year at Dunbar, I like broke my wrist. Mm-hmm. And I was already made up my mind, bro. I was done playing ball. I was like, man, 11, 13, I ain't playing.
Hold up. We gonna, y'all hear what he said? Is y'all hear what he said? He was ready to give it up. Now, as some people, a lot of us at that time, we like, oh shit, we just beginning. Listen to y'all got to go in between this little. Go ahead. You saying you was ready to give it up?
So I was done, bro. I remember we lost to Woodlawn that year, playing 10-12, man, and I had like messed my Achilles up that game, and so like later on that summer, I was like at our season's over, I was done with it. Like I ain't playing no more, cause I'm like at that point in time, man, like Herb was a disciplinarian. You know what I'm saying? You see him, man, go out the game, he smack kids on the head. You know what I'm saying? Get it right. And so I was done. So when like August 1st came around, this was football season started. So I'm still at the crib, you know, like this bro. So then he's such an assistant coach, man, Coach Butts, man, rest in peace. Because I played baseball for them back when I was Herb was the coach.
Okay.
And so when he came, man, he told me I was going to be quarterback. And I'm like, quarterback? Like, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never played quarterback ever besides around the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, nah, man, I think you can do it. So I was like, all right, man, forget it. I see. So at that point in time, they brought me up there, you know, Donnell Bailey, he don't know that way at that time.
Hey, hold up before we go. Listen, Donnell Bailey, right? Shout out to Donnell. Shout out to the kid, because at this time, when they playing, the hype that was behind Donnell was on some Bo Jackson, Adrian Peterson type shit, and sometimes kids don't they don't want that. You know what I'm saying? We kind of put that on the kids. You know what I'm saying? Put that type pressure on them to the point that the older that they get, they don't even really want to play because we didn't put so much of our bullshit on them. But go ahead.
So that's the truth. So I come up there, man. I got my hand in the cast, and I think his rationale behind me playing quarterback was because when we played baseball, I played third base. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you had an
arm or whatever. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then throughout that time, I'm practicing, and then it just started becoming natural to me. You know what I'm saying? And then I watched football all my life, so it started becoming natural, man. So like I ain't had like the greatest footwork or whatever at that time. You know, you're still young.
Right.
And so I sat out the first, what's that, three weeks. You know what I'm saying? And then my first game back was it was against I forgot the opponent, man, but it was Drew Hill Park.
Okay.
Drew Hill Park, bro. And I get in there, man, and it was just like I hit the ground running. You know, that same game, bro. I had 3 TD passes, and it was just curtains from there. Like, what the young would say now, it's up. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we went at with it, man. And so I remember, bro, when I came back to school, the next that Monday, that was we was in 9th grade. We in homeroom, man, and down Dunbar, and the boy Randy Johnson. You remember Randy? Randy, yeah.
Randy, I think he wore 44.
Yeah, yep.
Had the neck rolls and shit.
Yeah, had the neck rolls, all that.
Yeah.
Randy Johnson come in and say, bro, yeah, like you the truth. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay. So I feel like, all right, yeah, like I'm getting big ups now. So then we kept pulling it on, man. And I kept on, like, I was just like, it was like a week in, week out thing, bro. I would say, like, I'm throwing screen passes to Nell. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nell Bailey, he taking them joints to the crib. So he doing a lot of work. My stats looking good. I probably finished that year, man, with, I would say, like, 20 TD passes, bro. Like 20
That's
TD
crazy.
That was my first year I was playing quarterback.
Yeah.
So, then it was a little hype building at that time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we wound up, we lost to, in the playoffs, the state championship to go to the regionals, which is out of town. We lost to Northeast Chargers.
Okay.
So they had Shaky.
That's when they
Tremaine Loud.
Hold up. When they just starting out?
Yeah, see, but the year before that, bro, we played 10-12. The year before that, we spanked them boys 30-0. Northern. That was when they was the E-Ram Chargers, something like that.
Yeah.
And,
I remember because it was a new program.
Yeah, it was a new program, bro. And like we spanked them bad. Like they didn't even score a point. They had some of the toughest guys, like Shaky.
Yeah.
Shaky, man, he was one of them.
Yeah. Shout out to Shaky, Lake Clifton finest, man.
Yeah, man, bro he was good, man. And like Tremaine, and then it was kind of like a little rivalry, like after that. You know what I'm saying? People always talk, who's the best quarterback? Me or Tremaine? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that was like press as kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we never looked at it that way. Yeah, we never looked at it that way, and that rivalry continued on, like
into high school.
Into high school, bro.
Now look, before we get to high school,
okay.
Before we get to Dunbar, was there any other schools that you wanted to go to, or that was looking at you?
Before Dunbar, it was Lake Clifton. Like that's why I'm gonna go to Lake. You know, that's what I'm gonna go at. And then Mom Duke stopped in. Mom Duke was like, nah, you going to Dunbar. I'm like, man, Dunbar? I ain't even, like, I never, besides me walking to middle school over at Dunbar Middle, I ain't think twice about Dunbar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I used to go to the football games or whatever, but.
You ain't see yourself?
Yeah, I didn't. That's the honest truth. I didn't.
Now, you ain't talk to the coach and nothing like that before you came down?
Nope. Because Stan Mitchell was the coach at Dunbar before.
Right.
Yeah. So he knew about me, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it was like they would come to the practice or whatever. He would talk to her or whatever, man. But I was more so, bro, like, yeah, I'm going to Lake. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's where it was at with it. I'm gonna go to Lake Clifton. But
now that's crazy. Now you down Dunbar though now. Mm-hmm. Right? And honestly, I thought you'd been playing quarterback. I thought you was another Northwood quarterback coming down Dunbar. They're just gonna go through the tradition. You know how that was like a farm. It was like a farm system. You go there, if you good down Northwood, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna go to Dunbar, or unless you go to a private school somewhere.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So the quarterback that we had before you was Denell Hale.
Yeah.
Coming out of now, you following behind him, coming from Northwood. At this time, Denell Hale, he throwing with his right and left hand.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was the talk this time. He's small, but he's fast. You know what I mean? However, shout out to Hale anyway. But you coming behind that. Mm-hmm. So did you feel any type of like, damn, I gotta be just as good as him, or I'm gonna set my own path, or tell the people how you felt.
It was like, you know, I seen him through the ranks, you know, so I seen him pop one, and then we went to Dunbar. And like, he's the first one, bro, like I ever see, like, throw right-handed and left-handed. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was, I ain't never seen nobody like that.
Right.
And the craziest part, bro, like, when I say, I mean, granted, we was like, stature-wise, we were kind of like the same, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We wasn't too tall, we wasn't the prototypical 6'3", 6'4".
Right.
But, Denell, like, he had the prettiest pass I ever seen in my life, bro. Like, spiral, like, tight spiral. It was like, it wasn't never no wiry pass. It was always, and he could just get the ball off effortlessly. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I never felt the pressure to like I gotta live up to him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was always I'm gonna create my own path. You know, and that's how I looked at it. And so,
how did your peers treat you though? As far as sometimes coming into situations like that, you have some players that feel as though like, oh, they handling that shit to them, or they giving it to them, they giving them a position. What you say about that?
I mean, you got that everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think it was that towards me. I mean, I don't know who it was per se, but you probably can sense a little jealousy because of some fact. And I think it was more so not even coming from the player. I just think it was from the program that we came from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Northwood. And that's spoke volumes. Like, it was like, you get a Northwood player, man, you're going to get somebody that's coming in that's ready to play, that probably been in a lot of big games throughout, you know what I'm saying, when they were younger, whatever. And it was just like, is that guy coming from my spot? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, and I ain't never looked. I was just looking at it as, man, I'm gonna just go in there, I'm gonna compete and may the best man win. But like, backtrack a little bit because when I played that first year playing quarterback. So going into the 10th grade year, I was wrestling with that decision. Like, am I gonna play JV or I'm gonna go, or I'm gonna still play at Northwood? And that was when they upped it to 11. It went from 11-13 to 11-14. So I was like, okay, I'm going back and forth with this decision. So my decision kind of like, Herb was in my ear a little bit, like, man, I think you can use another year playing with us. You know, I was down there like, all right, I'm looking at my situation down there. I got Kenny Purnell, he JV at that time. Then you got varsity, you got Nell Hill, you got Leonard Ferguson. You know what I'm saying? Like some good guys. So I was thinking, I took it as like, okay, the Northwood 11-14 year and that JV, I was like, it's kind of the same a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I wound up staying back. I played Northwood and like I just like honed in on my skills, man. We ain't win states or whatever. Like we lost that, you know what I mean, that senior year on some BS, man. It was a bull crap. I still replay that play in my mind to this day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, it was in the rain, pouring down.
Yeah.
Like, we lost 6-0 to Woodlawn.
Yeah.
And I hit the guy Mike Benjamin on a crossing route. Took it to the crib, man. Like we celebrating, all right, cool, we gonna go, it's 6-6.
Yeah.
We gonna go now, we gonna extra point, 2-point conversion, we gonna win it. Next thing you know, you see the yellow paper on the field. Flag, a legal motion. I said, are you serious? You know what I mean? So we wound up losing the game. And then so that next year, man, it was like, and I still remember these words, man. Herb told me, he was like, man, you just go in there and just compete your ass off and play. You know what I'm saying? It was a joy coaching you. And like, man, just go in there and compete and make the best man win.
Man, now look, now you did that. You come down there. It was now. This is my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Your sophomore year.
Yep.
Right. Now I'm gonna say I felt like we was the bad news bears. I did really feel like we was bad news because we had so many combinations in running back, combinations in wide receivers, combinations even in linemen. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all was shuffling. We didn't know who the quarterback was gonna be till like probably like the 4th or 5th game.
Yeah.
Leonard, then you. Leonard, you. Then I don't know if we tried somebody else.
Nah, it was just me and him because we came into summer practice, man, and Leonard, he was the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Leonard, man, good dude, man. Like nephew. He was a prototypical. Like Leonard was what all the coaches, all the colleges wanted. You know what I'm saying? Prototypical side. He's 6'4", got cannon for an arm. You know what I'm saying? And he just, you know what I'm saying? No offense to him. I don't know if he just like put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like and I tell people to this day, man, like talent wise, he might have been one of the best that ever come through Dunbar. Talent wise,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he had it all. He could run. He could throw the ball. Like he can make NFL throws. Like all that. This is like in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't get kids that's doing that in high school. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not back then. So he was the unquestioned starter throughout that first game. It It was against Mount St. Joe. You know what I'm saying? And we wound up beating them. And like it was to the point like bro, I was doing anything to get on the field, just you know what I'm saying, because I wanted to play. Like bro, I was the long snapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the long snapper. That first game and we beat them. So then you get the next game. We play Douglas and PG County. We lose 31-0. I think Bennett probably had like a bad game or whatever like that. And so I got in like mop-up duty or whatever, man. And it was you know, I mean, I played a little bit. We played me and Donnell Bell in the backfield together. That was when they shifted Feedy, Jamal Jackson. They shifted him to fullback.
Yeah.
You know, the year before, Feedy was playing running back with them. And so
Feedy was slow as shit though. Feedy was
he
slow.
was powerful though,
yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? Like he could do it though, man. But so then, and I don't know if it was, I think the next game, I don't know if that third game, I don't know if we played, I don't know if it was City.
You talking about Brian Johnson? I remember that.
Yeah.
All week long, Soul talking about, I'm gonna get up and Brian Johnson. I'm gonna play him like this. He ain't never seen nobody. Look. You hear that?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt. But go ahead.
Yeah, so
he tore our ass
yeah,
up.
And the crazy part, that first play, man, when they went to BJ, Soul broke the pass up. Soul get up, press himself out. Soul, you know, doing what he do. And Soul was talented, man. Like Soul could flat out do it at corner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was after that. It was just
he ran that post.
Yeah, it was downhill from there. And so we wound up losing. And I think the fourth game, that's when they came to me. And he was like, man, you won't start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. All right, so now, like, I got my shot now, so let's go ahead and do what I do. And that first game, bro, like, we were playing Ligonor, those boys from Frederick County.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, so they had, bro, I still remember, bro, they had like 2 6'8" defensive ends, man. And I went in there, like, and we performed, you know what I'm saying? Like, my first ever touchdown, bro, was a seam pass down the middle to Al Nelson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, shout out to Al.
Yeah, and I felt like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I was pumped up, man. I was like, yeah, we gonna beat these boys. And then the offense was just moving so freely, and like it was just moving in flow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then when we come back the next drive, that first touchdown to Al, come right back. I hit Thomas James on a pass down the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? TD, we up. You know what I'm saying? We go fourth quarter, we winning. We got the ball, and I don't know if it was a turnover or we might have just had to punt. Them boys beat us on a fourth down play, like 4th and 15, when they got behind the boy J Wills. Justin Wills, man. Shout out to Justin, man. Rest in peace, man.
Hold up. Listen. All right. I can attest to this. I ain't go to summer practice, right? So the games that he talking about, I'm just coming back on the team type shit. Like I ain't even really play. All right, so Jake, R.I.P. Justin. Justin get burnt, right? And motherfuckers immature. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers immature. As he got burnt, going into that locker room and shit like that, motherfuckers wore his ass out. What the fuck? You did this, that, and the third. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, it was bad, man. Like, yeah, they just like ripped Justin on that, man. And yeah, cause it was like, man, we had him. Like the crowd was rocking, bro. Like it was everything, man. And that next, we lost that game. And then I don't know who else it was, but I wound up. I think it might have been a game or two. The next game, when we played Patterson, it was another big game.
Mm-hmm.
And they wound up starting Lennon in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I ain't really get it at first, you know? So I'm like, why? And then we wound up losing
underneath the lights.
Yeah, down us, man. That was
underneath the lights.
Mm-hmm.
I used to feel like they supposed to pass me the ball because they ain't never really stick me.
Yeah, because
like,
they was playing like base defense, bro.
Yeah, like
they never got out of it.
I ain't understand. Like this is why I call that team. We was like I ain't gonna say we was the bad news bears because we got along. We cracked our jokes, but we was kind of like can't get right. We had a bunch of talent on the team, a bunch of talent. We had young phenoms and all that type of shit. We had veterans, you know what I'm saying? Chris Barnes, Allen, Leonard, who else at that time that took football real serious? Well, Jamal, um, what's my lineman? So,
Terrence Gibson,
yeah, Big Antoine. Yeah, like so it was they was coming from camp, going to Michigan and Maryland camp, shit like that. But for some reason, what you think it was?
I just don't think we like.
Cause I don't want to throw the coaches underneath the bus and nothing like that. But
we had so much talent, bro, and I just don't think that we just could never mesh it together. We could never put it all together at once. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thought on it.
And I agree.
And like, I say, and I still think to this day, bro. Like, talent wise, we should have been back-to-back state champions. Cause so much talent we had, bro. It was so much talent down that school, man. And,
but we kind of played like, we played like individuals.
For sure, absolutely. And it was like everybody was for themselves. It wasn't no love or nobody was together. It was like, all right, everybody, I'm just doing my thing so I can get to school. You know what I'm saying?
That right there.
And you still, and to this day, man, you got a lot of people who still do that. You know what I'm saying? You hear kids talk about it to this day, bro. People just like, man, shit, I'm just trying to get to school. You know what I'm saying?
And you gotta understand, everybody will get to school if you win.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most important part, winning. And sometimes players and parents don't understand. Coaches look at that too. See how you get along with your peers. See how you get along with your coaches and your teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is your focus? What is your big
picture?
Yeah, what's the bigger picture? And you know what I'm saying? If you win, there ain't no bigger picture bigger than that. Cause you gonna have more than a little bit if you just win.
Mm-hmm.
You stay on the stage when you win.
Yep.
More eyes gonna see you when you're on the stage because you win.
Absolutely.
So that's what that is.
Yep.
So all right, look, now boom. Now that year it was kind of like in disarray. How you feel? Did you feel as though like, do you still feel the same way? Like, I don't even want to play no more. Or all right, I'm gonna take this off season serious and we're gonna come back better than we was this year.
I felt as though like a lot of times, man, some of us was just playing just because that's what was expected of us. You know what I mean? Like, we didn't want to know what all season. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't working out. We wasn't hitting the weights and running and, you know, doing the stuff that these kids do now. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just that, hey, man, and I tell you this, I'll tell you that it messed it up for me because I kind of like had success. Like, that was my first year playing. You know what I'm saying? Playing down Dunbar. And so I remember getting a letter, bro, from Lloyd Carr. That was a coach at Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to went to camp. I was supposed to went to Michigan camp. And at that time, Michigan camp was big.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even go. You know what I'm saying? I regret that to this day.
Right.
Just because, like, I ain't really know too much about it. And then I got to get on the plane. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to pay for this.
It was like you was kind of discouraged.
Yeah, like, how am I get there?
Yeah, like, it was low, like, but you know what? This is why I say sometimes when, and not saying like your parents wasn't there, because it's a different type of guidance. Because it's a life guidance, and then when it comes to the sports, that's a whole different type of issue. Like, my parents ain't really pay attention to the sports aspect. As long as you went to school, you graduated, get a job, that's how they thought. But with the sports thing, you gotta be a little bit even more hands-on, and like things like that, like camp and shit like that. Like, you really gotta know what your kid doing, either to be up and breast, like either to.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you gotta be intentional. What they say, man, invest in your kids, right?
Right.
And not saying like, well, my parents didn't have to send me that. You know what I'm saying? I had a brother at that time. He was in the streets getting money, but I ain't go to him to like, yo, I need you to put me on the plane and I gotta go to this camp, go to that camp. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I ain't really had a guidance. I ain't really know. You know what I'm saying? And which I should. If I knew back then what I know now, things would have been different. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward, that didn't happen. We go into my senior year. It was after you graduated, and we was loaded again. Like, I mean, we had Like, wide receiver, Daryl Dorsey, one of the best that ever suited up at Dunbar, one of the best to ever do it. Backfield, we had DeAndre Dorsey, Darnell Bell. You know what I'm saying? Who else was on?
I know. I came back and watched y'all play when Daryl went for 5 touchdowns.
Chad Dorsey, man, like
shout out to Chad too.
Yeah. So that first game, bro, we played Northwestern. We dropped 60 on them boys. That was when and that was Daryl when he first got back to school. You know what I'm saying? Daryl, that was like his coming out party. You know what I'm saying? I threw 2 touchdowns to him. He ran one, ran interception back. He had kick return, punt return. Like any way he could score on the field that game, bro, he did it.
Bro, that was crazy.
Like crazy. Like I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Nah, me either.
You know what I'm saying? Like
I remember that Friday.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That shit was crazy. I remember that game.
Yeah. And I still see one of the dudes that played at Northwestern that time, man. Dude George. You know, left-hand George. He used to play ball at Northwestern too.
Light skin.
Yeah, light-skinned George.
Yeah.
Right? And he still talk about that to this day when I see him, man. You know what I'm saying? We just rekindle old conversation about football and stuff like that in the past, but it was like, man, all right, cool, we got it going, so we go. All right, let's keep it rolling. Keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? And that season was a success, man. Like, it was, I want to say we probably went like 8-2 overall, man. Like, it was love, and we wound up, like, throughout the year, man, it was fun. You know what I'm saying? Like that was when you had like a lot of fun, man.
Now let me ask you this, man, because we gotta go through this. Now, the Lake Clifton game. I gotta ask you about the rival game. What you do?
Lake Clifton, man, we lost.
Y'all lost the Lake?
We lost to them on who we played? We played them on like a Wednesday. Like unheard of. It was like we was out of school today. I think they said that Thursday we was out of school, Friday we was out of school, so we had to play them on Wednesday. A short, you know what I mean, a short week or whatever. And we didn't even have our coach. Coach, he didn't even coach that game. They had something going on. Like I don't even know what it was. Rest in peace, Coach G. But
who Lake had?
They had
Ronald
Jefferson, yeah. Ronald, Dennis. They had little Allen Carr. That was like what's the name? Like Allen was Northwood Dawn. That was Northwood. But it was like kind of like a rivalry between them two. Or like
you talking about the little one?
Yeah, little Kill Carr brother.
Yeah, he about this tall, right?
Yeah, Allen could get busy too.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like but they'll never looked at it as a rivalry between those two. You know what I'm saying? Because like we was coming up 8-10, 9-11, like Allen was the man.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But that jump quickly faded away and it was just all about Nell that day. So it was always like Allen was in competition with Nell, but Nell really wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nell was just like, I'm just here to play. But we wound up losing to those guys, man. They was like double and triple team Daryl that game, man. Like we had Tony Murphy tight end. Like we ain't even had I don't even remember who our OC was who was calling the plays when we played them. You know what I'm saying? So they wound up beating because we had spanked them the year before that.
Right.
You remember that? We spanked them down homecoming.
Yeah, I had about 12 tackles.
Yeah.
I did all that game. What's the name? Oh, I hate losing to Lake Cliff.
Yeah, like I hate it because them boys don't never live it down, bro.
No.
To this day.
Now, how many games y'all lost that year?
Total 2 the regular season. I think it's 8-2, and then we lost in the state playoffs to Emerson.
You gotta. Let's talk about the Emerson game. Let's get into that game.
That was the talk.
Let's get into that game. Now you had Tron on Emerson. He was all world at this time. You know what I'm saying? Let's tell the people, walk the people through that game.
Yeah, it was like that was the build up because I mean we from the east side, they from the west side, they winning. We went on our end, and so it was always, you had Pompey on the other side. Pompey was the coach at Emerson, but you know he's legend at Dunbar. So they were winning, like they kind of came out of nowhere because we ain't really hear too much about them the year before.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But like Dunbar is gonna be like Dunbar's Dunbar, man. The name speaks for itself.
Yeah.
No matter what the record
It don't matter who.
No
It don't matter what other city team that we playing against. We always feel like we're gonna win anyway.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so he get over there, man. We played him up highly. Like it was packed house. like everybody. And the game stopped. The first play of the game, bro, I threw a fade pass probably for like 30 on Danny Dixon. You know who Danny is? Yeah, so Daryl Dorsey catch it, we get out, we hike. Yeah, I think we wind up, like the drive wound up stalling, whatever the case may be. And so, just going back and forth, like first half, man, we both like throwing punches, but nobody can get in the end zone.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's 6-6, Darnell Bell running over. And then that second half started, it was like, that first drive, he got the ball. It was like, the boy Justice McLeod.
Yeah.
I still remember. Like, he beat the boy Dion, not Dion because Dion had I'm not mistaken, I think Dion might have got hurt previously, the last game of the season, or like during that game. So Dion, they had Dion Davis, he was playing Justice.
Okay.
Yeah, he beat Dion probably like 2 deep touchdowns. They went up quick, 21-6. You know what I'm saying? And, like that was kind of like the end right there. You know what I mean? Like we really couldn't get nothing going established. Like we would run the ball and it broke. We just couldn't punch it in.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? They wound up spanking us, man. I think it was like 26 points